And my uh intro to drop. All right.
Oh,
That is not Jonathan Haith you're singing over there, but let me first get to me. Jonathan Haith is running late or something like that, or technical difficulties. So I'm not sure if we'll be able to have him on, but I was able to pull someone up to fill in. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is John Crump, and I want to say hi to all my little children out there as a certain senator in the Virginia Senate called gun owners, and then he tried to blame it on us, but we'll get into all that. We are sponsored by Black Swan Tactical. Black Swan Tactical makes some of the coolest gear you can ever see. Most of it's designed by me. That's why it's really cool. This shirt is not. It says "Defend the First" because I believe in defending all amendments, including the First Amendment, which is just as important. But I have. It was supposed to be Jonathan Haith, but technical difficulties. So I guess Devin's going to fill in, and we're going to try to get Jonathan on. But I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not. Jonathan Haith was a guy out of North Carolina who fought off home invaders with an AR. Cool guys.
damn.
Cool story. But while we're waiting for him to get his technical difficulties fixed, I have Devin Perkins. Devin Perkins is the host of Trenchwork Chronicles that can be found on the Patriot News Network at Patriot News. At Blog Talk Radio .com/Patriot News. He is
Not anymore.
not a
/ trench work now.
/Trenchwork, whatever. It
You
used
gave me the okay, so I did it.
Yeah, Patriot News podcast was the original thing, but now it's Trenchwork. He is a member of the Black Swan Media family, and he has a podcast, Trenchwork Chronicles, every Friday night at 8 p.m.
Yeah.
And good for
Um.
you, man. Good for you. Yeah, I did give you the permission. I didn't know if you switched it or not, but yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Tomorrow's gonna be a really good show. I have a young lady that I did an interview with at the Richmond Raceway Gun Show. Her name's Rhonda Mary. She has a YouTube page. I think it's Rhonda Mary Videos. But yeah, I did an interview with her and we did some other stuff. But she's coming on my show Friday. It's gonna be a pretty good show. So check that one out. The links in my bio on Instagram.
All right, I'll put it up when I edit all the information about this. If you don't know, there's a little scroll down at the bottom, so you can go ahead. We'll get to that later when someone looks it up on my Facebook page and figure out who blocked me. But Devin is in Virginia, and he has been a big part of gun rights in Virginia. In fact, were you down in Richmond with Maj?
Yeah, I was.
Does Maj not know how far I live away from Richmond?
Um, I don't know, but there is something that he wanted me to talk to you about in regards to the 20th, because you're gonna be at the Capitol, right?
I will definitely be there. I'll probably be down there before then. I have a meeting set up. I am everyone's favorite lobbyist. So
Yeah.
lobbyist.
But yeah, I'll talk to you about that later. But yeah,
Yeah, I gotta
yeah,
talk.
I was down there. He did a seminar, basically, talking to people about how to reach people who may be on the fence about guns or anti-gun people, and just certain tactics, words not to use, phrases to use, how to lead the conversation, stuff like that. It was really good.
Yeah, cause he hit me up and he was like, "Yo, Crump, come on by." He's like, I'm at this location. I'm like, I'm fucking like 2 hours away. Like, I can't just
I did it.
fly. Yeah, but you probably knew. I didn't know until he was actually there.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, what?
But yeah, it was really good. I got to meet Mike McGuire. He's a congressman, I believe, from the Glen Allen district.
Yeah.
He was pretty cool. I met this other chick. I think her page is called Liberty for Latinos. She was pretty cool. But yeah,
Liberty for Latinos. Interesting. Actually, I've heard of them. Yeah.
she might be somebody you want to interview.
Yeah, interview. Big news that came out yesterday. I actually wrote a story, but then it got lost because it didn't really get lost. I just never uploaded it. My fault. Whoops. Because there's some bigger news I started working on, and then I never went back to touch it up and send it to editing. But some of the guy was able to pick it up on AMLand, so that's a good thing. And it is basically gun ranges, indoor gun ranges. There is a bill put out by a man named Dan Helmner who wants to ban indoor gun ranges that are not owned by the state in Virginia, which is kind of stupid. I don't think it really has that good of a chance of passing, but he is definitely anti-gun. I have had some run-ins in the past with them. In fact, in 2018, I wrote an article where when he was running for Congress and he made up some crap, and I made an expose exposing him for the lies, and not only exposed him for lies, but gave proof to show that he was lying.
Damn, that's something you would do.
Yeah. Jonathan Haith is having technical difficulties, so he's probably not going to be on tonight. So we're going to have to reschedule him. Yeah, that is something I would do. So Dan Helmner, which might be if thinking about who might have blocked me illegally, that might be a good guess. He is trying to ban indoor gun ranges, and the reason why he is giving for trying to ban indoor gun ranges is that it will cut down on workplace violence.
What?
Yeah, it will cut down on workplace violence.
What's his basis for this argument? Like, is there any science behind it, or like, how does that make sense?
He didn't really go into it. He just said it would cut down on workplace violence and wouldn't take any other questions about how or what the hell he was talking about.
What? Oh man.
Yeah, man. I really don't get it.
Gun place violence.
Workplace violence.
Workplace violence.
Apparently, if you go to an indoor shooting range, that leads to workplace violence.
I'm not even seeing the correlation. Like,
outdoor shooting ranges.
yeah.
All right.
Wow. Okay. I can't even really formulate a thought about that because it just nothing about that makes sense. You know what I mean? I feel like what I see a lot of people saying is that Virginia's a case study, and they're just seeing how far they can push people. So you're seeing complete outrageous stuff being put up to get passed.
Well, they're getting a lot of pushback, and I don't think they thought that they're getting a lot of pushback, and they're losing a lot of support within the actual Democratic caucus. I don't think that's a big secret anymore. It was a big secret a couple weeks ago, but now I don't think it's a big secret anymore. In fact, Bloomberg showed up to try to rally the troops around the gun control measures because it looks like there's some lines forming.
Really?
Yeah, some cracks forming. In fact, if you look at the governor's agenda for gun control that he put out. One thing that's mysteriously absent is any assault weapons, so-called assault weapons bans. The bills are still there, but he's not really talking about it. In fact, when he was asked, he said, no one's taking away anyone's guns. They're like, well, is the assault weapons thing dead? He was like, no one's taking away anyone's guns. So he wouldn't answer it directly. So I think there is some cracks going on there. Red flag laws looks like that's probably going to be a shoo-in. Another thing that looks like it's going to be a shoo-in that they still have full support by the Democrats on is universal background checks. And it looks like they still have enough support for the a handgun a month law.
What?
Yeah, one handgun a month.
God.
So if we push on them, I think we can break them even more. But right now, it's going to be interesting. For the whole entire session, we're going to have to keep up the pressure.
Yeah, 100%.
We're definitely going to have to keep up the pressure because Bloomberg came to Richmond because, this cracks. That's why
it starts tomorrow, right?
It starts tomorrow, yes.
Man.
The Moms Demand Action rally is down there, and there is also yeah.
Never forget.
Yeah. They were talking about that. I was reading something, some Daily Cost. I can't remember what it was, but they were talking about that sign that you held up. Hold that up one more time. Just hold that there. That is Ralph Northam and someone else. Ralph Northam. Yes, John Voorhees. Even out-of-state people should call. Ralph Northam tried to state that he wasn't being racist. He was dressing up for Michael Jackson for Halloween.
That's Michael Jackson. Right there.
So he was in a Michael Jackson costume for Halloween.
Next to this guy. Because Michael Jackson was pictured with KKK members.
It's like, how about the dude you're standing next to? You dressed up as a ghost?
Yeah, not a clan member.
Ghost? I don't know. But yeah, that sign right there, there was an article on some newspaper or something, and it might have been even CNN, but it was something like that. They wrote a web article, and they were talking about how that sign's racist.
It is.
No, not what's in the picture, but the sign. Not Northam or the guy dressed up as a KKK, but people holding that sign and people making that sign.
This is racist?
If you have that sign.
How? We can see where the racism is. It's right here. It's like this is what gaslighting is doing to people. Like they're telling people like one thing and doing a complete opposite. This is racism. We don't have to argue. There's no complex, like convoluted, like liberal understanding to what racism is. It's in the fucking picture. It's very simple. Like
no, by sharing that picture, you're a racist.
Well, fuck it.
Doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, it's ludicrous. It's madness. It's like one of those things where I want to be like, are you kidding me?
Man,
racist Matt to call out racist.
I'm just praying that we are seeing the end of the wave of outrage culture, and people are just going to start seeing, how ridiculous they were 5 years ago when they were in college.
Hey, man,
I
because
was blessed to never have to deal with the liberal college indoctrination. So I feel like I got to skip a lot of that. But I feel like people my age and younger that are talking about politics, they're really angry. And I get it. Like, I understand where the anger comes from, but they have to understand where they've been misled. And that's on both sides. You know what I mean? But
hey, man, but
mainly with like the liberal indoctrination on college campuses, I'm hoping once these kids have to get to the real world, they'll start to understand like most of this stuff that they were pushing for is bullshit.
well, man, I've been called a racist.
You're the worst racist I've ever met.
Yeah, I was called a racist on Twitter and also Fox 5 News. Jeez. Yeah, that's where that came from. She was on Fox 5 News and she called me a racist.
But you look, you interviewed Hotep Jesus.
Don't all white supremacists.
No. Forget Maj, forget me, forget like Kevin Dixie. You interviewed Hotep Jesus. If anybody knows who that dude is, there is no way you could ever picture you or even frame you as being somebody who's racist.
No, I don't sponsor African American podcast and stuff like that,
Like, as long as people align with a very short list of values that you align with, you're very open to having the conversation. Even if you don't, you're open to having the conversation. So if you open your platform to people across the board, I don't understand how you can be considered racist. Like, what's racist?
You saw that lady.
Yeah. And she never replied either.
No.
Ever.
She wouldn't. I asked her, I was like, how am I racist? And her answer was, well, prove to me you're not.
Yeah, that's not how it goes.
I'm like, what? It's like, no. It's not how. It's like, that's not how it's supposed to work.
Nah.
Like, you're supposed to prove to me that I am if you accuse me of being something not.
Yeah, that's how they do. They make you have to prove their inaccuracy. And it's not hard, but it's like, I ask for two things now. I need your primary sources, and I need to know really like where you're getting your information from.
Yeah.
Because without those two, I can't really have conversations with people anymore. They like to move the goalposts entirely too much. And it's too much of like having to bring them back to what the original argument was or the conversation was about. And it's annoying. It's really annoying.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I mean, I don't get it, but it's name calling. It's what they like to do. It's a way to deplatform. So basically, what they say is, "Hey, look, he's racist, so don't pay attention to what he has to say."
Yeah,
Instead of having to debate of ideas. And my ideas are basically, if it doesn't affect me, I don't care.
Yeah.
Do what you want. If you're gay and you want to be married, go for it. If you want to go smoke weed, go for it. Hell, if you want to go do heroin, I don't care as long as you don't,
I would say do that in your house.
Yeah, I'm saying it's like
all that shit behind your doors. As long as it doesn't affect anybody else, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I don't care. I believe in freedom is freedom, and I'm not into weed. I've never smoked weed. I don't ever plan on smoking weed. But guess what? I think it should be legal. it is what it is. I think it is very disingenuous for them to attack. But let's get back to guns because that's what we're here to talk about.
Yeah.
Gun rights, the Commonwealth of Virginia, and everywhere. So you were down with Maj. Maj has been doing some great work across the country, and he's been lending his voice to Virginia, which is a great thing to see. I want to work with him more. I want to work with him more in the future, and I think I will. I'm going to have him back on the podcast for one thing, but I have some ideas that we can work with. Um, yeah, yeah. But before I get to that, here is my philosophy, and I just thought of this. A good friend of ours, Gitmo, Ray Gitmo Haynes, he used to host the Patriot News podcast with me. He used to say, "I don't care if you want to, if you want to protect your weed crop with your gay husband while wielding a fully automatic M16." That's where I land on the spectrum of freedom.
That's what's up.
But that's me. And I think more people need to look at that. I'm also not for uh, stifling speech.
Yeah.
There was an op-ed in a publication about genders, whether there's two genders or more than gender, and it was basically they were arguing for two genders. Well, a person from Armed Equality got really upset about that, and I was like, "Well, write a counter op-ed," and she was like, "No, it needs to be taken down." And I was like, "Oh, they're not going to take it down, so write a counter op-ed." So she started writing a letter writing campaign and contacting this website's sponsors to try to get, instead of going facts for facts, and I think that's wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, that's on the First Amendment. That's why I have shirts that say "Defend the First," "Defend the Fourth," and everything else.
Yeah. My profile says the second defends the first. There's a reason why that's one and that's two. They go hand in hand.
Yeah. I'm sure that it's no surprise to anyone that you're black.
Fully black too. I'm not mixed. I get that question a lot. I am not mixed.
Okay. Well, all right, Obama.
No.
Because he was, But no, one of the upcoming things that they're going to try to do in the legislation and across the country is red flag laws. I am of the opinion, I think that red flag laws are going to adversely affect the black community more than the white community. I actually think that most gun laws will adversely affect the black community more than the white community. What is your opinion on that? Am I wrong?
I don't disagree with you. Hold on. I hear an echo.
I don't hear an echo. Anyone out there hear an echo?
Hold on. I don't know why. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Fine.
Anyway, yeah, I agree with you. Man, just the lack of relationship that is between police and the black community and how divided it is right now. I feel like that's going to play a factor, but more than anything, in the Black community, we have a real big problem with single mothers and single family households and baby mama drama and stuff of that nature.
Oh, I saw a statistic that said if you are born into a household with a mother and father, and in poverty, you are 89% likely to die outside poverty.
I really, I agree with that.
So I mean,
You
not
said
to agree with it. I mean,
with
like if you have a mother and father and
yeah,
you're into poverty, you are 89%. You have an 89% chance of getting out of poverty.
yeah. I definitely agree with that.
Well, there's nothing to agree with. It's a fact. It's an actual stat. The verifiable stat.
Yeah. Even if somebody was just to say that, yeah, I would definitely. If that was just an opinion, I would agree with that. But yeah, that's definitely right. But what I was getting at is that I mean, we got a lot of people that get emotional, whether that's the male or female, that just start calling the police, saying that so and so threatened them or so and so put their hands on them. Normally it's going to be a false report, but that's going to be a reason to red flag somebody. You know what I mean? And I don't think a lot of people understand the severity of that situation and how badly it can affect somebody when they do stuff like that. So
What do you
that's my opinion.
what do you say to the people who say that you should err on the side of caution instead of, waiting for proof?
Err on the side of caution instead of waiting for proof.
Take guns away for the side of caution.
Validate the allegation first. That's what I would say.
Yeah, but then it's going to be too late, Devin.
That's not our fault. That's your fault. Get a better system.
So you want people to die?
I want our system to be better, more efficient.
So you want women to die, is what you're saying?
Not if they have a gun.
But their attackers could take away that gun and use it against them.
Don't let them take away the gun. Shoot them in the face.
I'm playing devil's advocate.
I love that game.
Yeah. I mean, it is really ridiculous, but I think, like, I didn't even think about the baby mama drama, but I mean, I'm just scared that it's going to be more felt in the inner cities, where the Democrats think that they have the people on lock, so they're not going to care.
Yeah, that's true.
So you think we should do something about that to prevent that somehow?
Yeah, I mean, like we always say, if you see a problem, be proactive in fixing it. So if there's a glaring issue, yeah, and I would support anything to fix that too, because it's going to be an issue, and I don't think it's something that Black gun owners are talking about enough.
But Black people don't own guns, Devin. That's a myth.
All my friends own guns.
Men own guns.
All of my friends own guns.
I know. I kind of figured that.
Now, at least.
Yeah. Do you see that gun ownership in the Black community is going up?
Yeah, for sure.
Now, how do we get those people to stop voting for anti-gun people?
Educate them on what the candidates. One, get Black people to the polls. Two, educate them on who they're voting for and why they shouldn't be voting for people who are trying to restrict them of their rights. And it's not, like we both know, like you said, the GOP is supporting universal background check. So it's not necessarily voting down a party line one way or the other. But
well, no, the GOP is not supporting it, but I think they have the votes with I think they have all the Dems on board to support it.
Oh.
I don't think
Sure.
any Republicans.
I thought Republicans were. I've read something that Republicans were definitely supporting universal background checks.
I don't know where you read that at, but as far as I know, no.
Okay. Well, my bad. This is why you're the smart one. But yeah, it's just getting people informed.
Yeah, what I always say is there should be free agents when it comes to voting.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot that goes into that, but yeah, whoever's the highest bidder for your community, yeah, that's who you should be voting for. Even in the gun community, like whoever's defending our rights to the best of their ability is who we should be putting our support behind. Like, could you imagine if the NRA endorsed Rand Paul?
That never happened. One thing about Rand Paul that I really like about Rand Paul is, besides his gun background, is that he actually fights for what he believes in. He's not going to be bought off.
Right.
And
I always said
that's
if him and Trey Gowdy ran for president together, I would vote for them for like 4 terms.
Yeah, Trey Gowdy though, he he was like, dude, this sucks. I'm out.
Yeah. Him and Thomas Massey.
Thomas Massey's
yeah, but he's not trying to run for president. But I would vote for him for 4 terms too.
Yeah. Thomas Massey is a good guy. Are you coming to our meeting on Saturday, by the way? I'm having a little meeting in Northern Virginia here.
Is it at the library?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we have somebody from Save the Second that's going to come speak to us as well?
Is it Pincus?
I don't know who it is.
Oh.
I was just saying, you want someone from Save the Second? I got an NRA board member, somebody from Save the Second.
Oh, God.
And no, I think you're going to like this guy.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. The NRA is getting involved in Virginia, not as much as I would like them to, but I think they're getting involved a little bit, which is good. We need all the help that we can get. I need all the help I can get because I've been putting in like late hours, like every night, late hours, early mornings, late hours. It's kind of insane.
You love it.
I love it, but at some point I need to sleep.
Yeah. No, you don't.
Even I need to sleep. Not very much, but I do need to sleep.
I feel you. But yeah. What were you saying?
Somebody's asking about what time the meeting I'm talking about is. The meeting is not going. There's going to be no videos of the meeting. We don't really keep videos of our meetings. What is the GOA doing? What's the this isn't a GOA thing. This is a 3% United Patriots of Virginia thing. GOA might be represented there, but the GOA is doing a lot in Virginia actually. We have a new lobbyist who's going to be down at the Capitol basically every day because I can't get down there every day. We have some tricks up our sleeves. Let's just say that before, during, and after the bills are introduced. So you will see that. I've been working on some stuff that might actually do us some good. Dan Helmner. Get back to Dan Helmner, the guy that wants to. What are we doing? I'm at tricks. Tricks. You don't tell your tricks. I'll tell you later. Dan Helmner, he's the guy that introduced the range restriction, trying to ban indoor ranges in Virginia. He has me blocked on social media. which is illegal.
Is it?
Oh yeah,
Why is that?
because a public official cannot block people on social media.
Oh, yeah. They told Trump he couldn't block people, right?
Not only Trump, but there's actually a Virginia ruling as well.
Wow. Okay.
So I said,
Still,
well, I don't think.
still,
I mean, I don't think that he realized who my attorneys are.
oh shit.
And let's just say my attorneys are pretty. And I don't have to call them over and over again. I got freaking lawyers for that. We sent over a request. If he doesn't do it, we'll file a lawsuit.
Yeah.
And and if he wants to fight it, he can fight it. But my lawyers are constitutional attorneys that's been in front of the Supreme Court multiple times and won. So I don't think he wants to do that. Once he'll unblock me once he sees the name of the attorneys. They're really well known. It'll be like,
Wow. Okay.
yeah. So I'm just waiting to be unblocked by him. I'm curious to see if he'll write me back an email or not. So he is a anti-gun nut. A couple years ago, he claimed to have bought an assault rifle from a dealer at a gun show. And he was running for Congress, so he put up this big video. Oh, I bought this assault rifle from a dealer at the gun show, blah, blah, blah. So I saw the video that he released to his. What the fuck is that? I saw the video that he released to his supporters, and I actually wrote an article.
Owens is suing AOC for blocking. Can we not talk about Candace Owens? I just got done doing an hour conversation about her and the Brexit. I'm burnt out. Candace Owens talk.
Candace and Maj are friends, right?
Yes. Yes, they are.
Yeah. Oh well, there is Candace Owens is suing AOC, yes, because she blocked her. Also, there is a Virginia ruling that's actually more effective against that. That actually is about the same thing that I did. So basically, 2 years ago, I wrote an article and I walked through and provided proof that he was never at the gun show. He didn't buy a gun and all this other stuff by using publicly sourced intelligence, which is very powerful. If you guys don't use publicly sourced intelligence, you guys got to start using that. And I wrote the article on AmmoLand, of course. It got picked up by Washington Times, Blaze, Breitbart, Fox News, and some other websites. And then, since they were covering it, some other even left-wing news sources started covering it, saying, "Oh, look, he lied." So, ever since that, it kind of torpedoed his campaign because I proved that he lied. He hates me. So he blocked me on social media, but he won the election to become a delegate in Virginia.
Wow.
So now he can't block me on social media. No, that was another guy that John Voorhees wants to know if it's about the guy that asked me to take it down. No, that was Ron Meyer out of Loudoun County. I called him out on a bunch of crap too. The whole story with Ron Meyer is he basically told me that I don't have an audience. When I said, "Hey, can I get a comment from this?" Because on this anti-gun stuff you're pushing, he's a Republican, and he's like, "I don't have to explain why I'm pushing this anti-gun stuff to you, or I said for my followers to your followers. What you're gonna post on your social media and your 5 followers, blah blah blah." I'm like, okay. I ran and wrote the Amaland article. And then he contacted me back after it was shared on Facebook 300,000 times.
Shit.
Then he kind of realized that maybe I do have a little audience I could. But yeah, I wouldn't rewrite it. So what's going on with Trenchwork Chronicles? I know the show is kind of all over the place here because it was put together last minute because technical difficulties from our guest.
What's going on? We got a big show on Friday. Rhonda Mary, she's coming on my show. I actually set the show for an hour and a half because we're going to be talking about everything from Virginia and SB 64 to women and owning guns to politics, Turning Point USA, Brexit. We're going to be talking about a lot. So that's one show I would definitely tell everybody, if you can, definitely tune into that one because it's going to be one of the better ones.
So you're talking about SB 64, which is the anti-militia bill.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And to be honest, I have to read up on it and do all my homework, but
yeah. I will tell you, be careful though, because some of the claims that people are making about it.
Oh yeah, I already know about how they're saying they're trying to ban training, but that's not necessarily accurate.
What they're trying to do with SB 64 is they're trying to ban open carry marches, basically.
I mean, why? Like, I don't know. I just feel like Virginia is the wrong place to try to push any of this shit.
Well, they try. What's up, Rail's out there? They tried it in Colorado, and now they're gonna try it in Virginia. If it succeeds in Virginia, then their next target's Texas.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna. So that's what they're doing. They're trying to step it up, but we gotta stop it right here. There's also another bill that was proposed yesterday that banned open carrying in a car.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, nah. That's almost unsafe. Open carrying in a car?
Yeah, it's banned.
Meaning I would have to lock all my lock my gun away?
Yes.
So I can't just have it sitting on my passenger seat?
No.
Like that's banned now completely?
They're trying to ban it.
Oh. No. Hell no. Like that's how I ride. Like when I have to go to my relatives' houses in like Manassas where like no offense, but it's like a lot of Spanish people and shit. Nah, my gun is very accessible. I'm not locking it anywhere.
Yeah, well, you would actually have to unlock it because you can't carry it in a. You would have to unload it, keep the bullets and the gun in a separate place.
Nah. Fuck it. Like, no. Like, that's cool, but I'm not going to follow that law. Like, as simple as that. Like, I'm just not going to do that. I've seen it. I'm a victim of gun control. Yeah, I can play that victim card. Nah, I'm good. I'm keeping the gun as close to me as possible at all times.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, right? So, banning open carrying in a car, which is ridiculous. The whole Dan Helmner guy. That guy's an idiot. And the thing is, he'll try to play it up as I was in the military, so you can't question me, type thing. Which is the dumbest shit ever. If I can.
Yeah, that's like when you hear the military people that say AR-15s aren't a gun civilians should have. It's like the gun was made for civilians. Like literally, made for civilians.
Yeah, so he is one of those. He's one of those guys there. So that's another one he wants to introduce. I don't think that's going to pass either. But throwing spaghetti at a wall and seeing what sticks.
That's what I think they're doing too.
Yeah. But we just can't let any of it stick, basically. But yeah, so I've been dealing with that dude, which is a pain in my ass because I hate him and he hates me. So it's mutual, I guess. And he also, what is the other one? They have another thing that he wants to do. What is it? Oh man, he introduced 3 bills and they're all like whack as shit. But I can't remember. The third bill, HB 659. Oh, he wants to cut back on reciprocity.
What?
Concealed carry reciprocity.
Like allowed in Virginia?
Yeah.
How does that make us more safe?
Because,
how many people are with concealed carry permits are coming to Virginia, catching a body and heading back out of town? Like,
well, according to him, it would make women safer.
it would make women safer.
Before you say anything, none of this shit this guy says makes any sense, Devin.
I'm trying to understand. Like, I'm trying to at least, like, all right, this is where he's going with that, and nothing is connecting. Like, nothing.
It's like, I want to ban cars. Why do you want to ban cars? Because
it sounds like some Joe Biden shit.
No, it's like this. I want to ban red paint. Why do you want to ban red paint? Because of the fish. Like, what does it have to do with fish?
Right.
Because they're fish. God damn it. The fish. Think of the fish.
Makes no sense.
Rel, do you yeah, I agree. Rel is saying that he's majorly grandstanding.
Yeah.
Which I think he is.
Yeah. He's doing the what's the dude that dropped out? Obama Vanilla. Beto. He's doing what Beto is doing.
Beto or work?
Yeah. That's Obama light.
I think I'm going to run for office, but I need to run as a minority, so I'm going to change my name to Felipe.
Hey, it'll work.
Yeah, he tried it. Why can't I try it?
I want to run for something, but I just want to do the debates. That's it.
Yeah, the funny thing is with Beto, which is a Hispanic name, ran against a name whose name is Theodore, who's an Hispanic. When he ran against Ted Cruz.
Yeah. He did.
You guys need to switch names. Well, the white guy had a Hispanic name, and the Hispanic guy had a white guy's name.
Kamala Harris dropped out.
Yeah, she dropped out a while ago.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
Nobody cares about Kamala Harris. She's been locking up black people for a living for so long.
Oh no, man, she's so pro black, man.
Nah, yeah, pro black in jail. Nah.
She represents the black community, don't you know?
We don't claim her. We gave her to the Arabs. They have to claim that.
Yeah, Kamala Harris dropped out. She is Yeah, she dropped out. The only good thing about Bloomberg, if he was to run and become president, would be that I can say, "Hey, the president knows who I am."
Do you think Bloomberg was their panic button?
Who's panic button?
Democrats.
No, I think he was just waiting to get in. What's going to be interesting is to see if Tulsi Gabbard runs as a third party.
Oh.
I would give money to run as a third party.
You said what?
I would give money to her to run as a third party. I wouldn't vote for her, but I would fund her campaign to run as a third party.
I was gonna say that would be like when Trump ran as the third party and collapsed it.
Well, Trump
It
did.
basically solidified the win for Bush.
Oh, you're not talking about Trump.
Yeah, I am.
Trump never ran for president. Besides, the only time Trump ran for president is when he won.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Are you sure?
Was a candidate
on this, John.
Okay, let's roll.
Let's do it.
What do you want to bet?
I don't know. A T-shirt.
All right, a T-shirt. Look it up, man. Who ran as a third party during the Bush election against Gore?
No, his dad.
Oh, you're talking. No, that's Ross Perot, man.
Trump, yeah, Trump ran for president. He ran on the Reform Party in 2000.
But he didn't make it to the general election.
Yeah, what he did was basically divide that party so it collapsed so that Bush won.
You're thinking.
What
are you talking about?
I'm hearing that right now.
No, about the Bush Trump.
See
what election?
Hold on. Because
Ross Perot ran when Herbert Walker Bush, George Herbert Walker Bush ran against Bill Clinton, and Ross Perot is the reason why Bush lost re-election. Bush Senior, H.W. Bush.
Trump 2000.
The 2000 election was George W. Bush, who was not Trump. There was a third party candidate there, but that was Ralph Nader.
And the Reform?
Yeah, Ralph Nader was. Ralph Nader ran
for the nomination. Trump ran for the nomination of the Reform Party.
He didn't get it though.
And when real estate magnate Donald Trump announced creation of presidential exploratory committee on October 7th, 1999.
Yeah, but he never actually ran.
Are you sure?
Positive. Here, I'll show you. This is who you're thinking of. Hold on. Let me find the damn thing.
Minnesota Governor Justin Trudeau persuaded Trump to seek the presidential nomination of the Reform Party, which was fracturing despite achieving ballot access and qualifying for matching funds.
See what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Okay, you're right.
You're thinking of this. Look on your screen.
Hold on. Yeah, that's what I reading. Wasn't it?
Ralph Nader.
Why do you hear
I hear an echo now too, because you're getting too close to your speakers.
What about that? No. It's your fault.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm for candidate for 2020 election, right? Being, I got you. I don't even know your name. I don't even know who you are, but C4 Defense is good enough for me. I will blindly support you, sir.
So it was Ralph Nader who you are thinking of. See, if you look right down here, the spoiler controversy, which I just highlighted.
Why is it?
Hold on. I'll make it big. Or not. The spoiler controversy, see? I will enlarge that. That's what you're thinking of.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
I'm a lobbyist, Devin. Do you know what lobbyists do?
You lobby
Politics. I went to that inauguration.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, I get invited. I was invited to Trump's too.
John Evans. Sure.
Yeah, Matt's putting up the link to the Wikipedia page, but we just went over why that he actually never, after he got on the ballots, he never actually ran. He basically took himself off.
But he got on the ballot. I was right about that.
But you said he's the reason why Bush was elected.
Because the party started fracturing.
No, that was because of Nader. Trump would have affected Bush, not Gore.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Bush beat Gore.
Exactly.
Because of Nader.
Okay. Let me ask you, what did Roger Stone have to do with this?
Roger Stone?
Yeah.
With which campaign?
The Trump campaign.
The Roger Stone thing? Roger Stone has always been a Trump fan. For one,
yeah, he was type.
What's that?
I said yeah. Like Trump was like, oh, he's always been in Trump here.
Yeah. Roger Stone, there's a documentary on him that is that is very interesting. He was actually the director of the Trump campaign back then. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where I got that from.
Yeah, he was it was the exploratory thing, I think.
Look,
I'm
gonna side with that. I was right. By technicalities, I was correct. I want to defend the first shirt.
Well, go to Amazon and buy it. I told you it wasn't my shirt. I didn't buy this one.
Well, they didn't copy. We need to steal it. Or just swap it out with my logo and just run it.
I can do that. You can't really defend the first. There's been tons of shirts that says that. That's not my logo or anybody's logo. That was just a logo.
No. I'm saying you put the fist with the microphone instead of the fist with the pencil.
Oh, so you're trying to say that I stole your logo?
No, I'm saying you could do that and sell it.
Well, let's get back to the gun stuff. We're gonna wrap up here. I know this show was kind of shit tonight, but it was short notice because Jonathan had a little bit technical issues. We hope to get him on soon, but it was really good talking to Devin. So Devin, go ahead and plug your show.
Trenchwork Chronicles, Friday, 8 to 9 p.m. Blog Talk Radio.
You go on my Instagram, link in the description. If you're friends with me on Facebook, you will see the post right before we go live. So, yeah.
That's really it. Tune in. Friday. It's going to be a really good show. Rhonda Mary video or interview. Yeah, that's it.
Interesting.
And
So
check out fullyloadedclip.com.
yeah. So tomorrow, Devin's gonna be on with Ronda Rousey on the show. If it tomorrow or Friday that you have it? Oh, tomorrow.
Friday.
Okay. Tomorrow night I have it was tomorrow night I have Philip Van Cleve coming on tomorrow night from Virginia to Citizens Defense League to talk about more Virginia stuff. And then Friday is going to be a Virginia episode, centric episode, and then next week I have some other guests, and I'm going to do a week coming up here that's going to have nothing to do with guns after lobby, just to cleanse our palate a little bit. And we're going to have a jiu-jitsu show, a filmmaking show, and some other shows scheduled. But thank you for watching. Sorry the show was so much shit tonight, but it is what it is. Remember my Patreon. You got to start a Patreon, man.
I got to GoFundMe.
Give out your GoFundMe really quick.
GoFundMe / Trenchwork Chronicles. But donate to the Kids to Kings link. Because that's more important. But yeah.
What is Kids to Kings?
I can't tell you yet. I can tell you offline, but I can't tell the public yet.
All right. Oh, there you go. That's his link right there. And final call right here for the contest. Who was the politician that blocked me on social media and illegally blocked me? While you guys are looking at that and thinking about that, I will say join GOA for 25% off at gunowners.org /black-swan-media. You can do a one-time donation at paypal.me /JohnCC if you like what we do. You can support us at patreon.com /John Crump. And not only does that go towards my show, but it actually goes towards funding Trenchwork Chronicles too. And everyone else. I'm operating at a net loss. With all the different shit I sponsor. But I'm trying to get back to a normal thing.
We appreciate you though, John.
Yeah, thank you. I'm not in it to make money. I'm in it to help people get their voices out. It's what I really believe in.
Yeah.
You want to get Hitler? I thought it's Heller. I can get Heller on. I'll get Heller on.
Man, I had his phone number, and I lost all my contacts like 2 weeks ago. I was so mad.
You know Heller works for GOA, right?
Right now?
Uh-huh.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, I met him in DC, and I had his phone number, and now I don't.
I'll hook you up.
He's a wild dude, man.
Yeah, he is definitely an interesting character.
Yeah, like he's a wild dude.
He's not the way you think he is.
At all. I had to really follow the conversation when he was talking. He's a funny guy.
He's a very. I would say he's a very interesting guy. He's eccentric. Yeah. I think that would be the good word for it, in a good way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But yeah, you can follow me on IG, Instagram, which I hardly ever post on. or Facebook at Real John Crump, or go over to Amaland and check out my writing. Got some pretty good stuff coming up. Devin, do not go anywhere. I want to talk to you offline.
All right.
And we will see you guys later. This is not Patriot News Podcast. What the hell am I thinking? This
Fireside
is
Chats.
Fireside Chats with John Crump. See you tomorrow night with Philip Vink, Leave. And I have a guy who is the president of Jews, Maynard, who's the president of Jews for the Preservation of the Second Amendment on Friday night. It's going to be awesome. All right. See you guys later. Bye. And stop being little kid children.